This only I have found, that God made man upright, but they have sought out many schemes. Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 29. Solomon spent his life searching for the meaning of life. Upon his coronation as king of Israel, God asked Solomon what it was that he wanted as a gift. He could have asked for anything, but he didn't ask for wealth, fame, long life, or the death of his enemies. No, he asked God for wisdom. God granted his request and gave him all of the other things because he put God and his judgment of God's people first. Thus, Solomon began a search. The question now is, where did that lead him? In this verse, Solomon revealed, God made man upright. God made man in his image. God made man sinless. God made man to walk with him daily in a garden that God created, watered, and maintained. God made man to name the animals, flora and fauna. But all of this was to give the man the wherewithal to magnify and honor God's name. God made man naked and formed from his side woman. They had no need of clothing because their focus was not on themselves, but their Creator. They knew not their nakedness. God made man conformable to his law, thus satisfying God's perfections. And yes, God placed man in a garden that had a specific tree, a tree that bore fruit that was as contrary as God's glory to man's transgression, the knowledge of good and evil. Nonetheless, God gave man only one negative command: do not eat of that tree. But man ate and sinned. Thus, man acquired the knowledge of good and evil, and with that knowledge man began to seek out many schemes, even as Adam schemed to cover his nakedness, which was exposed by that fruit. Since then, man has schemed to exalt himself above God to satisfy his lusts. Man has cursed and used their Creator's name in vain. Man has murdered, cheated, stolen from others. If not outrightly, they coveted in their hearts what they possessed. They lied to cover their shame. They accused others of wrongdoing to advance their own position or to deflect the stare of a potential accuser from themselves onto another, an innocent man. Man committed adultery and played the harlot to entice political and religious concessions between other men and nations. Such things are pure evil. But there are schemes that combine the knowledge of good and evil, in fact, appearing more good than evil. Such are the schemes of religious morality and practice, but which are not born of the Spirit and truth. Men who, out of their pride and desire for self-worship, create their own gods and doctrines. False teachers will offer alternative but appealing fruit to those who are likely to bite because of their desire to be led, but who, as sheep led astray, have not heard the voice of the true shepherd, Jesus. Indeed, men have devised their many schemes, for all have sinned and fallen short of the glory of God. However, there was another man to come, the God-man Jesus Christ, and there is no other name under all of heaven that man must call upon to be saved. And to be saved is meant to end our scheming.